negativity in politics gets under my skin. Now, I don't know about the rest of you. There's a lot of people who are involved in politics here, and probably you're not like me, but it gets under my skin. And in Clark County and in Jeffersonville, it seems to be that we have an inordinate amount of negativity a lot of times in our politics, and I really don't like that. The go for the juggler attitude. Get elected, no matter what. Find a group, find a negative group, and build up that negative group. And take their issue and get the media and the newspapers, the TVs to jump on that. Don't worry about the truth. Don't worry about the facts. Don't worry about whether it's fair or not. Just get elected at any cost. So we have people out waving sewer bills, and they know very well that what we're doing is solving a problem that's been around for a long, long time and has got to be solved, and there's no choice. We've got people opposing the 10th Street plan, even though way before they were organized in opposition, way before they ever attended a meeting, heard a presentation, knew any of the facts. Don't want to be confused by those. Despite the fact that over in Clarksville, those kinds of meetings have been working well for a long time. They can't work in Jeffersonville. Just tear down. Don't build up. And it's so bad for our community. I have to say, I just hate that. Then there are people like Tom Galligan who build up. Now, I like Tom Galligan. I consider him a friend because Tom loves Jeffersonville like I do, and he wants to see it built up. And he's honest, and he's straightforward. Sometimes that's a problem for him. But he's straightforward, and you know where you stand with him. But one of the things I love most about Tom Galligan is that he has great vision for this city. He sees what can be, and he has the determination to work to make it happen. He doesn't want to see our city stand still, and he doesn't want to see us go backwards. He wants to see Jeffersonville become the best it can be. Now, I'll tell you, I have to admit that when I first heard about the plan to build a canal in Jeffersonville, I thought he'd lost his mind. And I asked him if he had lost his mind. And you know, Tom, he goes, now wait a minute. You like that invitation? That's pretty good, isn't it? And he explained to me, we've signed a consent agreement. We've got to clean up this problem. We don't have any choice. It's either that or get sued by the federal government and spend millions of dollars on attorney fees and have nothing to show for it, because we're still going to, in the end, have to do what the federal government wants us to do. So we can dig a hole and bury a pipe in it and cover it up, or we can leave that hole open and make something beautiful out of it, where the people of Jeffersonville can come down and enjoy sitting by the canal, having a cup of coffee, reading the newspaper, shopping, maybe even living in apartments and condos along that canal, where we can bring tourists with pride. Well, when I heard that, I thought that's a brilliant idea. And yet we have a candidate saying, if I'm elected, there will be no canal. What's the alternative? We're back to a lawsuit from the federal government and millions of dollars spent having to do it in the end anyhow. Some people just don't like change, and they play on, the politicians play on the fact that people don't like change. I remember Van Dyne Park. I don't say all politicians, let me back up. but some politicians do. I remember Van Dyne Park, a little park down by the river. Not very many people ever went there. Today, but when we were going to do something with that park and develop it, there was a hue and cry from people who didn't want to see the park changed. Today, we've got Rockies and buckheads and kingfish in that park. And we're all proud of that. And we all bring people there. And more people go to those places and enjoy the river than ever went to Van Dyne Park. Tommy made that happen. Sometimes change can be good. Tommy's getting blamed for some things that are not his responsibility, like the annexation. And yet he's embraced it. He's trying to make the most of it. And for that, he's being blamed. It's not fair, but if that's what it takes to get elected, I'll make an issue out of it, and I'll oppose it. And that's not fair. The negative naysayers are people who have access to grind. Check it out. And if we're going to support Tommy and see him reelected, we have to stand up for him. We have to talk to our friends and our relatives and our neighbors and let them know these things and why he deserves reelection. And if we do that, if we stand up and if we work hard for him, he'll be reelected and he'll keep Jeffersonville moving forward again. Please help me welcome Tom Galligan, our mayor.